let's say you have a sick patient, and another one, and another one. You notice that all of the patients are experiencing the same symptoms. Severe coughing lasting 3 or more weeks, and they're even coughing up blood. What's even weirder is all of your patients know somebody else that has the same symptoms, and their family members are beginning to exhibit them as well. You hypothesize that somehow something is being spread between these people to cause this sickness. Since you can't physically see anything, you think it must be something invisible or too tiny to see. You take blood samples from your patients and begin looking at them under a microscope. You notice something in common with all the samples that you have never seen in blood before: rod-like cells. To make sure these cells are only in sick patients, you compare the samples to those of healthy patients. You were right. The cells are only present in the samples of the sick patients. And luckily, you checked your blood and you don't have the sickness either. To try to figure out what this foreign species is, you separate it and grow it all by itself on a pure culture. Since this is all happening before the age of ethical science, you decide to inject yourself with the particle to see what happens. Eventually, you begin to experience the same symptoms as your patients. You look at a new sample of your blood, and you find that the same particle that you previously observed in your patients is now in your blood. So, what did you prove? You proved that a specific microbe caused a specific sickness. This observation provides support for the germ theory, or that microorganisms cause infectious disease. In fact, in the 19th century, scientist Robert Koch followed these exact same steps and laid out postulates named Koch's postulates that are used to show that a specific microorganism is responsible for a specific disease. His postulates are: 1. A suspected pathogen must be present in all cases of a disease and absent from all healthy cases. 2. A suspected pathogen must be grown in a pure culture. 3. Cells from the pure culture of the suspected pathogen must cause disease in a healthy animal. And 4. The suspected pathogen must be re-isolated and the same as the original. In our experiment, we checked all of these boxes. So we were able to prove that a specific microbe caused a specific disease. In this case, it was the Mycobacterium tuberculosis bacterium that causes tuberculosis. Although Koch's postulates are still widely used to this day to identify disease-causing agents, there are some caveats. It's not always possible to obtain a disease-causing agent in a pure culture. It's not ethical to purposely expose humans to the disease, so if humans are the only carriers, you can't check postulates 3 or 4. And some microbes can be isolated from both healthy and sick patients if it is possible for the disease to be present in asymptomatic carriers. I hope all of you enjoyed this video and learned a little something about one of the primary principles of microbiology.